Today we'll learn how to test Dhcp client and server using a Docker. So here I have taken a virtual machine and I am running a Docker, two Dockers, one for Dhcp server and another for Dhcp client. So how these two Dockers are connected is, it is connected through a Docker bridge. This is a default bridge. In Docker we have veth1, it is connected to eth0, veth2 to eth0. This is client and server. So that's how it is connected as back to back. This is the setup which we are going to test. If you are not aware how to create virtual machine and everything, you can see the previous videos. Now we'll start creating. So for creating we need a Docker file. This is a server. So I am using Ubuntu 20 and I am installing all the softwares. So these are all the utilities. And the main utility here required is these two, ISC, DHCP, common, and this server. So these two are required for the server, and the same I will show for the Docker file for client. So for this is the Docker file for client. Here the difference is only this client is installed. So these are all the normal network utilities, TCP, IP, everything which is required to test. So now we'll start. So this is the file to build the Docker. So I've already built, but still I'll show you. If you run this command, docker build -t, and this is the name of the Docker, and this is the file path. So this path. So I'm just running it. So I've already run, so that's why it is very fast. So this is client. So now we can see PS. So nothing is there because I have not started it, but it will be there in images. So these are the two images which we have created now, DHCP client and DHCP server. Next step is we have to start it. So for starting, this is the script we have written: docker run DHCP server, netadmin, sysadmin, and this is the server name. So just give. So this starts the server. This is the client. So client is started. So this is how we have started the two Dockers. Now you can verify whether DHCPD is there in the server. So this is the server. And here you should have DH client. So this is how we confirm that this is the server and this is the client. The next step is we have to do systemctl status isc -dhcp -server dot services. So this is stopped. So what are all the parameters we need to install is, first check the interface name. So interface name is eth0 and the subnet is 172 network. So we have to add this, and we have to go to etc default ISC server. So here you have to give the interface name. Interface name is eth0 because through eth0 I am going to give. So that is the reason. And then you have to open etc dhcp conf. This file here, this is the lease time. These are all in seconds. So here you have to add the subnet. So for adding the subnet, so this is the range. So 172 network. Since it is in 172 network, I am giving subnet range. So the starting address will be from 100 to 200. So this will be the DHCP IP allocation. So this is done. Now we have to check the status. Then we have to check this file. So So this is how the script starts, and we have to give this config file in this default path here. So once these two are done, now we have to start. So before that, you can see the logs. Logs is in var log. Okay. Initially we have not started, so after starting we can see the logs. So it's running, it's active and running. You can see the logs var log. Journal. This is the file. So see, it is listening, and this is the Mac, Mac. So to confirm that, you can run netstat amp grep DHCP. So it listens in port number 67. So you can see the same in the, so now it is running and it is listening, but it has not given any list. So for that, you can open this file var lib DHCP leases. So here, see, it has not list any IP. So now we can go to the server client. So this is client. In client, I'm creating an interface, new interface. So for this interface, we are going to get the IP. So for that, from here you have to do DH client E0 colon 300. So before that, we can check the netstat in this client. So nothing is there. Now we will start. See, it has got an IP. You can see this file. So this starting IP, start, end, and bind, whether it is active or not. This is the interface MAC. So this interface MAC, we'll see whether it matches with this. It matches with this as well as this. Because this is a sub interface. So 110.3. So this is the MAC. So this is how it has got an IP. Now we'll try to release it. So before releasing, we'll try to capture the packet. So this is running in the Docker. So if you see brctl show, it actually runs in this Docker, and these are the two interfaces. So we can do a CCP dump. So here I will do a TCP dump. Sudo TCP dump this interface -w DHCP release .pcap. I'm running this, sorry. So we still have an IP for this DH client -r read0:300. Now this should release it. It has released. Now we can see this file. So it has freed. Binding state is free. So here we should stop and see. We got 3 packets. We can take this out and see what is the packet. So before that, now again we'll start and try to get another IP and capture the packet. Get IP. You can see it has assigned same IP. So now we can take these 2 packets and we can check how it is. This is the captured packet during DHCP release. So the only packet which is sent is DHCP release. So this is an UDP packet. It is sent from source 170322 and it uses 68 and 67 port number. If you see, the type will be release. DHCP message type is release. That's all. When we get the IP, so this is the packet. DHCP discover, offer, request and ACK. So discover and offer are has source IP of 0.0. So here if you see the discover type is DHCP type is discover. It requests for IP within the pool. So then this offers the same. This is called a DHCP offer type. And you can see all these days the client everything will be there in the request. The host name will have the client everything, and this is the ACK. So once this is done, client will get the IP. So this is the packet capture of DHCP. Thank you.